Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said right down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,630.
Yeah, this nigga doing.
Alright, cool, I go out.
No. Hold the speed how you gotta do. Get down how you gotta do. Yeah.
Oh, go on, girl. But you know what?
You ain't got no rope.
I'll bet you I'm going to the door. I bet you she going to ring. Yes, I am. And you don't have a fire stick.
You got nothing here? Hmm? Ooh. I know.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of reward do we get? No, it's off. We get on this $20. Fucking grenade. Well, fuck you too, buddy. Ooh, I do not know. Huh? I don't know.
Man, this nigga ready or what?
That he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
That's
This nigga been ready this whole time.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott, this to Jarwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Prescott.
Fuck! He sacked me.
Escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Vito, let's go. Where you at?
Not trash to get have that. Oh, here he go with the fuck shit. Here he go with the fuck shit.
Got it. 56 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Do that
To me,
again,
that's taking
man.
a big gamble defensively because down alignment, you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Yeah, I feel that. Keep running.
Ready. Right here.
Mariota to throw it this time.
Safety. Let's go.
Pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Prescott trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Hey, you.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Elliott running right.
Why you tripping? This nigga tripped over nothing. That wasn't shit over there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Neat.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
But, hey, and it's against you get to get your revenge.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run with Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson.
Oh, shit.
He finds an opening past the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
I hope you don't think he just didn't run the ball all one day.
He doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Just stop that run, man. He can do it. You playing the Brown? You playing the Brown?
Where the Browns at?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Remember, one of y'all need to broadcast that.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down.
Put my ball,
they
bro.
sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I'm going to let you stay in that pocket.
39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
These niggas in this league here, boy, all they know is run. Run. That's all they know. Sack.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
Oh, man.
For this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Who you play? What team he in? Oh, you gotta be right, man.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott.
Boy, how he picked that? Come on, Prescott.
Picked off by Brian Poole.
Oh, Prescott, you let Brian Poole sorry a pick. Throw that over his head.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face.
Wide open,
Interceptions
man.
last week. We talked about it all week.
It's
What did he do
all
wrong?
right,
And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do
Man, you're not finna just run this ball all day, bro. I'm tired of y'all. Sorry, niggas with no skill just want to run this ball like this.
He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
They ain't gonna do nothing, still run the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the ground, This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage
This
and be
is
backed
fucking
up
trash
to
by
the
this nigga.
24.
All he doing is running the ball.
A second down play
He literally
results in
gonna run
a
the
loss
ball.
of 2 yards.
Getting tackled for losses, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I really can't.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Mariota. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard.
You can go for it, for you won't. I ain't tripping. Go for it.
Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
This nigga went, come on, Prescott. You got to throw it over that nigga's head. He was still open. Like,
yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all the problems either.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they run a little zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So
That shit was a shootout, bro. Them niggas couldn't.
making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process, when he came out of Alabama,
I don't know why Alabama act surprised. They know they ain't got no damn
They
kicker.
say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic
Them niggas were looking
ability.
the
That's
fans
what made
looking
that
so
catch
surprised
there.
when he
He
missed
spent
it.
1
I'm
year
like,
with Teddy Bridgewater
I
as
don't
his
know,
quarterback
really?
there, so that helped back in high
that
school.
nigga, whoever
It's
they
a
got,
gain of
ain't finna
16
kick
in the
shit.
Dallas first down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 59 mark, 59 mark. We were 1 and 54. 1 and 8. Man, we got to get this stop here.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score.
I gotta see how
they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second
both.
half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I don't know. I don't do story
And
mode.
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Nah, I'm gonna say this bit right now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
Don't call no timeout. Oh my goodness. Who's gonna call a timeout to run the ball with 9 seconds?
If they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the
Why is he calling timeout just to run the ball?
We're going to get a timeout.
Oh my.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I ain't understanding this.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here. Mariota throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Make it to the 18.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't
This nigga really just run the ball all day.
This is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota. He gets this one to Boyd.
Finally through the fucking ball.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You got it.
Brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Johnson.
Oh, he got that bullshit.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
And he's going to run it back,
Curious
though.
decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson.
Oh, shit.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
You are so
Okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores. But the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
61. Matchbox, right. Checked up team. Checked up. Ready.
They go to Johnson again. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Oh, man.
This has been a good drive so far. The running game, for the most part, has powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
What are you going to do? Run the ball all fucking game.
Here we go. Set. 8, 3. Hey, let's go. What happened?
They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
No, I knew a screen was coming. Are you kidding me?
They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Mariota being chased out left. He's going to run, but it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had a yard loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, Lord.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That nigga ran down there so fast.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott.
Good pick.
He rifles one that's
Good pick.
intercepted.
I give him that. He played that
That's
good.
off by the linebacker, Avery
He played
Williamson.
that. He played that good right there.
It's a pick six.
So
and a
he ain't got no
touchdown.
offense, though. I'm not finna give you this fuck up like I did against that other nigga. No offense, all pick sixes for a score. It's all good. It is all good. Man, fuck that. I ain't doing that no more. I let another sorry nigga beat me like that. I ain't let another one.
As this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Blitzing his ass off the
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, 46. Kill. 26.
Prescott. And he's going to find Gallup here complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got the first down.
He dropped the fucking...
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of
That shit
pressure,
is
it just
ridiculous,
shows
like,
how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not
trying to
playing
keep a sorry
receivers
nigga in the
as
game.
much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Nigga clearly is trash.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Look like he playing in a lot. Please do.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh my goodness!
Misses the target.
Come on, Cooper. And then
You
you
can
try
tell they
to
were
catch
hoping
it
for a
like
flag
that.
there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play.
Had
The
the
officials
ball.
are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Yeah. You gotta hit the share button. But you got a YouTube or something?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red
pick
zone
them.
offense.
D. Jones.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb.
Cobb, don't tell me you didn't get in there. Oh my goodness.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Marr is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so that's not mission.
He don't know how to run. He might have had a touchdown. He
And
stayed to the
take this
right.
across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Gotta score. But I guess you still gonna try to run your I don't even know what to say.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, second down.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Leo. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Ready, go.
From the 31, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right.
How do you get out of that, man?
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the
Mariota.
sideline. It was pretty clear there.
He
Just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Wow.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
I guess
They
I
head
ain't
to the
never
line
seen it.
facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Guess I ain't never seen this.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Throwing here, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
You don't know no better. Mike's 57's right. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. He did. We'll go 47. 46.
On second down, Prescott again. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
59 Mike. Check.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Man, is there anybody in this league that actually knows how to pass? Because it seems like all everybody doing is fucking running. Running. The lack of skill. And I'm not even the best passer, but hell, I'm just try to pass. This nigga just running shit that I done seen over and over. Look at this shit. Oh, boy.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
You got your 86 yards with
their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
Is he brought in?
I remember one time I was on a team.
Is he broadcast?
Late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, It's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually
Get off my side.
Get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column. Oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Why is this shit stuck? This shit stuck like a motherfucker. This shit is fucking stuck. That shit better save my damn game. That's all I know. What the hell doing that? You quiet? Nothing happened.
Where you at?
Oh, there you go.
Did y'all restart the game or something? Winning, where you